Good morning, another tremendous day we get to enjoy with each other world. And it's a where I am, wet and wild, yet wonderful Wednesday. What a day to be alive, wouldn't you say? Let's talk about a rebirth. A rebirth that we all must go through in order to get to the places that we truly desire to be and wish to make our impact on the world. Remember that time when everything was going perfectly? You were doing exactly what you were told to do. You went to school. You got good grades. You were even on the honor roll sometimes. You finished. You went out. You got a good job. You worked the 40 hours. You got promoted. You were the manager. You were on salary. Sometimes you worked 80 or 90 hours. You said, I'm on my way. But what were you on your way to? You see, sometimes you can do it just the way that they say, and then suddenly you hit the wall. There was a layoff. You got fired. You realized that there was a ceiling that you did not know was in place when you first started. Or suddenly doing the same thing day after day for 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 or 50 years just wore on you. You came to a place and said, I need a change. And it was time for rebirth. So you have to jump back into yourself and say, why? Where did this go wrong? And recreate yourself. Much like a caterpillar going through a chrysalis where it totally liquefies its body in order to tweak, rebuild, and finally come back out as a butterfly. Well, you had to make a similar transformation. Your transformation involved you going deep within, fighting off all the fears, all the disbeliefs, all the wonder, all the confusion that you had mistakenly brought into your fold. But now today you say, I'm going to liquefy, I'm going to purify, I am going to be reborn new. So you start the process by cutting everything off. I don't mean everything where you don't exist anymore. I'm saying you cut everything off spiritually and mentally as you begin to rebuild yourself into the exact person that you wish to be. So you set your new goal because you know how you want to fly. You know the power of the wings that you want. You know how long you want to live and thrive as this new you who will be reborn after this process. And it's only a matter of steps because you're just oh so close. You've developed so many skills in your life. And now you're only making a transition, a transformation to add on to this. You know that you were promised a life of opulence, success, wealth. So long as you figured it all out. So long as you were willing to make the changes that would lead to that better life. And today it all begins. You've broken yourself down. You're taking this time to meditate, to build the exact character, the exact person that you wish to be moving forward. And as the days go by and as you continue to prepare yourself, don't worry about the results that you might be receiving today, because the results right now, you're still in the chrysalis. You're building it. And sometimes when you build it, you can't just look for the results to come as you're building it, because you're building it toward that vision you had, that destiny that you believed was yours, and that's coming to you in the very near future. Sometimes we become impatient. This is not one of those times. Do you know that if somehow we see the caterpillar struggling to break through the chrysalis on the day that it's ready to give birth and actually become that butterfly, it's ready. It's reached the maturity place. It's ready to come out. And we go and we interrupt that process. We just help it a little bit. Do you know that butterfly will never fly? It'll die. within a short period of time. And this is the period you're in. Don't help it. Don't check the results. Don't decide that you're going to do something to somehow manipulate or influence what you've already started, because the process will complete itself through the struggle. The struggle is your power. And if you go all the way through that struggle, you'll find that, like that caterpillar who goes undisturbed, you too, if you can stick to the goal and go through everything, fight through. Sometimes it'll seem like, oh, it's not happening. Maybe your family members are saying that's not the way to do it. Maybe your parents are saying, hey, just get a job. Maybe your children are saying, what are you doing, Dad or Mom? That's not the way. Everyone else just does something else. But you say, I must make the transformation to achieve the life of my dreams. I've gone down a divergent path. And although it did bring me much fruit and it did bring me many victories, it could not get me to the dream, the big dream that's sitting at the back of my mind. So take that struggle, go through the entire process of the chrysalis, and when you're reborn as that new you that you envisioned your entire life, or that you envisioned just recently when you decided I need to make a change, it's coming, and it's so much closer than you think it is. You just got to take the steps, because it doesn't happen for everyone in a day or a month, or sometimes even a year. But it's always happening. I don't know if you know the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo is a tree that, say I plant it today, I'll have to tend to it for 4 or 5 years before it even sprouts from the ground. Yet suddenly that day that it chooses to sprout from the ground, within 6 weeks from that day, this tree will grow to 80 or 90 feet. It's known as the biggest grass in the world. You see, your results aren't always sitting right there in front of you. Sometimes you gotta put in work. Or sometimes there's just a period of gestation, a period where you have to nurture and figure out exactly how to get to this amazing dream that you have. Because what you know is the easy way. The easy way was to just go to school, excel, go to a job, excel, but the ceiling is just so close. The true dreamers, they're always thinking way bigger than just go to school, get a job, succeed. They're thinking, go to school, learn, of course, then do some autodidactic learning, which is self-learning, and then create jobs for others so you can live the life of your dreams. I'm telling you, you don't know how wonderful you are. You are fantastically blessed. And today is the day for you to sit down, make that plan to go into the chrysalis, to liquefy what you got going right now, and to be reborn as the butterfly that you should be, and impact creation in the way that you always dreamed of. Because you are the most magnificent person in the world. And I'm not saying go show it off, but show the world who you are. Thank you for your time. Signing off on this wonderful Wednesday. Love talking to you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. But I just want you to know, before I go, you are exactly the person that you envision when you go into your deepest meditation, waiting to transform and remanifest as the most wonderful and beautiful person that you can possibly be. This is Troy signing off. Thank you for your time. Like I said, I love talking to you guys. We'll talk again tomorrow. Peace.